Hello, Internet. Hello. The other night, during dinner, Emma and I were listening to Money. No, not Money, but Money the band from Manchester. Soaring vocal, driving rhythm. I don't know, just imagine Joy Division fronted by Jeff Buckley. It's epic. It's full of the sort of longing that can often lead to tears, as happened the other night, with Emma crying into her potatoes. You know, I was like, why are you crying? And she was like, just full of so much yearning, feeling. And I was like, oh yeah, totally. That is true. What sort of things do you yearn for? Maybe sometimes how we have a fear off. What if we had like a yearn off where we went back and forth sharing our secret desires? And she was like, I don't know. It's always the same. It's just basic. It's just the yearnings you have all the time. It just sort of sits. Why would I want to talk every week about all the things I desire that I can never really actually get? What would be the use? There's this sentence. There's this sentence. It's at the bottom of the first page of the first story in the first short story collection ever published by Michael Chabon. That story is called S. Angel. That collection is called A Model World. And the sentence is this. He fell to wishing for irretrievable things. I love this sentence. I love falling, wishing irretrievable things. People fall in all kinds of ways. We fall off cliffs. We fall into space. We fall on bad times. We ride around in space and time on a giant blue ball that is falling through the void. We fall in love. I used to allow myself to fill whole journals, entire Word documents, with thoughts about life and death and television, irretrievable things, unknowable things, about all of those feelings you don't know what to do with, regrets, what ifs, what if, crushes on girls, could have been, should have done, why didn't I say anything, what might have been, what was I afraid of, were they as scared as I was, is everyone as scared as I am, have the scary feeling, will I ever stop being afraid, will everyone else stop being afraid, why did she die then in that way, there was a point in time where there was no universe and now there is a universe. Oh, that's what goes in the journal. Pages and pages of me falling through spirals of emotion, like a big bright blue ball. Very much like a big bright blue ball falling through space forever and ever and ever and ever. I've never really stopped asking questions without answers, but I do find that I ask them less now. Like I feel like I don't have time to just think about things for the sake of thinking about things. And I find I miss it. I miss just letting my brain tumble through questions and thoughts, through all the things that I don't know and I can't know and I can never retrieve. We humans are smart. We built coping mechanisms for the unknowableness and irretrievableness of all things. We call that coping mechanism stories. Some of these stories are about people who can't die or are reborn or who happen to have had their head replaced with an elephant's head. Some of these stories are about Monday afternoon. Some of these stories are about labyrinths and a single spool of thread used to connect and explore to the people who love them, the world they left behind, realizing that the fundamental fears and desires and questions you have about life and death, maybe not television, are shared by this whole history of people. That we, as humans, though we are still haunted by the same yearnings, fears, questions. Yes. Realizing that could be depressing, but it also provides us a connection across space and time, a way to empathize with people across vast distances as vast as an ocean or a kitchen table. There's this great thing that someone said once, and I can't remember who said it, but what they said was this. Myths aren't true in spite of having never happened. Myths are true because they happen over and over again, much in the way of Monday. Despite what I may have said about people being smart, we're actually pretty dumb. It's like we're constantly hit by the same questions, the same yearnings, the same desires. We need to be reminded what it was to be like when we were young, to be old, to be now. We need to be reminded that every moment is irretrievable and unknowable, and also, just around the corner. For some people, that reminder might be a church. It might mean prayer. For some, that reminder might come in the form of a girl fighting her demons, stabbing them repeatedly. For some, it's a madman in a blue box, running as fast as he can to see all of time and space that there is, was, or ever will be. It's all as useless as anything. The questions, the fears, the wants. But as a very pretty French lady said in a movie once, I believe if there's any kind of God, it wouldn't be in any of us. Not you or me, but just this little space in between. If there's any kind of magic in this world, it must be in that space. It must be in the attempt of understanding someone sharing something. I know, it's almost impossible to succeed, but who cares really? The answer must be in the attempt. So, this is all just to say, Internet. Those things in your life that are unknowable and irretrievable, seem pointless and useless. Share all those things. Don't keep all the thread for yourself. Give the thread to someone. Give the end to someone. Otherwise, you're going to end up stuck in the maze with no way out. Nice chatting with you, Internet. Nice sharing with you as always. Until next time, I hope you have a week full of made-up days and unknowable, irretrievable things. TTFN. Like Monday. Stories are a retrieval mechanism. Stories are a way of knowing things without knowing them. You don't know what to do with, about those desires that you can never really satisfy, the quenches that you can never thirst.